What is up, guys? Darnell here, and Beth from Cinema Critic, and we're gonna give our review and our reaction to Game of Thrones, season 7, episode 7, "The Dragon and the Wolf." So overall, what do you thought about it before we get into the?
Overall, it was a great episode. I think I was expecting a little more because it was the first 80-minute, 90-minute episode that we were having for this show. So they went into a lot of the meeting between the royalty, so to speak. So they really fleshed that out really well, and they went into detail into that whole scene. I think we saw pretty much everything except whatever Tyrion said towards the end of when he was talking to Cersei, when he called her out for being preggers.
Yeah.
We didn't really see the end of what that conversation was like, but I feel like the rest of it was very fleshed out. We saw what was going on around the scenes, in the scene, whatever all the other characters were doing in the meantime. But I don't know, there's so many other characters that you forget about that you kind of, I would have loved more with Sam. All of a sudden he just shows up in Winterfell. Last we saw him, he was leaving the Citadel or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's funny, at all the teleporting, it takes him the longest
all the teleporting. They teleported again this season when they went from that meeting to Dragonstone. In the next clip, it was all of a sudden, boom. And you don't even realize they're in Dragonstone until they're in the throne room. And you're like, holy hell, how the hell did you get back there so fast?
Alright, so they meet up for their, what was that, I forgot exactly what was it called, the Dragon Summit
the
or
Dragon
something?
Pit. That's where they had the Dragon Pits and fighting in the olden days.
So they all meet up, and a lot of characters you didn't see, coming back together, and they're all showing back up. And
we had a Bronn and Tyrion reunion.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very much waited for on my part. I love Bronn and Tyrion. The bromance is strong.
Yeah. Bronn and Tyrion and Podrick, right? Podrick.
Yes, Podrick. And there was even that Bronn in there with the three of them and their bromance, talking about his magic dick.
Yep.
Oh, they're all great.
So yeah, they all meet up, and
it's also the first meeting for Brienne and Jaime since they saw each other at River Run.
Yep.
So that was, I thought, a little heartfelt. She kind of told him, "Fuck the queen and think for yourself," which he does. Bravo, Jaime.
And the Hound and Brienne as well.
Yes, the Hound and Brienne have now vowed that they're on the same side, so there will be no more fighting between the two of them.
Which is good.
I don't know. I like them fighting. They were a good match against each other. I'll say that. Yeah. She definitely gave him a run for his money.
He's kind of scared of her a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely think he's scared of her. I think he's scared of women in general, and she can beat his ass. So now he's just even more terrified. Yeah.
So they finally meet up, all that stuff. They come together and talk, and then so they pull out the undead, and comes running after Cersei's and stops because the Hound pulls the chain back. But you can actually see she's terrified. They all shocked that this is happening, and they give you a little climax. Not climax, but made it seem like there was nothing gonna hop out until he had to kick over the box when it jumped out. I thought it was going to be dried up and dead or something.
I honestly thought that Cersei and her little Septon guy there was going to be that's some black magic and this isn't real, and I really expected them to not believe it anyway. So I'm kind of glad that it didn't go that route and that they saw it. And Cersei's still a dick. I mean, how are you going to be nope, we're going to be down here? Yeah. I mean, what Jaime said to her in the end is the true. Either you have the undead army that is going to come down to the south and kill you, or you're going to have Daenerys and Jon come down to the south and kill you if they win. So either way, Cersei, you're done. So your days are numbered. And speaking of days being numbered, have we talked about that enough? Because let's talk about how Peter Baelish is dead.
Yes, he finally
Oh my God,
died.
I was so excited when Arya slit his throat with his own dagger. Get it, girl.
Yeah, they
He's needed that for a really long time.
It's been setting it up. They made it seem like he was putting them against each other. Not Cersei. Sansa and Arya. They made it seem like he was pitting them against each other, and then actually it was the other way around. They
played him good.
Big time. Obviously, it's like he's like that, so what, you can't even trust him.
No, and honestly, I really in the back of my head thought that Sansa and Arya were smarter than he was, and that Arya especially. I mean, how do you go to become assassin and go through everything that she's gone through and let Littlefinger play you? So clearly I knew that she knew better, but Sansa had me a little worried a little bit, but I'm really glad that they came together, and the way they did it too, boss to do it like that was great.
Definitely great. I was saying that last episode. I was like, hopefully they're setting him up, and that's what.
They set his ass up good.
Let's see.
They actually spoke out loud for the first time Jon's real father's name. They showed us that whole scene.
Yeah, the whole thing. So. Sam finally come back, and
Sam was paying attention when what's her face was talking.
Yeah, and
he did.
He definitely paid attention.
Yes,
he acted
knew
like he did
what was happening. But yeah, so kudos to Sam and to Bran for putting their heads together and figuring this out. Bran, I'm a little disappointed in you because you said at first, his name is Sand because he's a bastard of the South.
Yeah.
You should have known that he wasn't a bastard. Granted, Samwell was there. He came in with that little piece of information. They figured it out. But come on, Bran, you just said how you know everything, past, present, and future. How are you going to mess that up?
Yeah. But he went back, and then he found out that that Jon's real name is said Aegon?
Aegon, we've heard that name before.
Yeah, that's
and it's that he's dead.
Aegon that's the name of the Mad King, right? No, it's Aegon was the other. I know it's one of them. I know one of them is named Aegon. I'm trying to figure out which one. I think one of the other brothers that died.
I think so too. Yes.
Yeah. So he's named after him, I guess. I don't know.
Wasn't that the one that was the maester at the wall? Wasn't he Aegon Targaryen?
I know he's a Targaryen. I'm not sure his name was.
He might be him. I could be wrong.
All right. So yeah. So he's named after one of the family members.
And in the same scene, in the same breath, as we're hearing Bran and Samwell talk about his lineage and his name and who he really is, we also see him and Daenerys finally getting it on. So
yeah, which is gonna be very interesting when they eventually if they find out that they are related.
I think they're already going to be in love. That they're not going to care.
Yeah,
honestly,
probably.
I think they are.
Yeah, because I was wondering I was asking the same question last time. I was like, once they find out he's the true king, how are they going to take it? So
I still think they're going to.
But they're just going to be like, we're king and
together.
queen. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, you got a king and queen now. You're going to have a king and queen then. So
and it's funny because they're going to be like, it seems like a lot of people are going to shun them, but he was like, that's what the Targaryens do anyway.
I was actually reading something, and it was saying how they did it to keep their bloodlines pure, so that they could ride the dragons. So that's why, at least in whatever I was reading, it was saying that's why they do the incest thing.
Yeah.
And then I think the only other thing that happened that we haven't touched upon would be the little tiny snippet we saw at the end where the undead army comes against the wall, and we see that fucking undead dragon blow the wall to bits.
With the blue flame.
I thought he was gonna shoot fire because it's a song of fire and ice. You got dragons that shoot fire. You should have dragons that shoot ice. Yeah. It's just me, but
that title goes a lot of ways because then fire and ice that could be Daenerys and
absolutely, but I think it should be used in every aspect. When
you
have something
it definitely
that big, you should just keep going with it, and every representation you can make of it, you should have fire and ice.
Yeah. Oh, one thing we forgot about, Jaime and Cersei. So yeah, he left. He left because she wanted to
do nothing.
Yeah, she didn't want to do that. She wanted to
word and not send their Lannister and
let them die
Bannermen.
off. But even though if they get killed, There'll be just more bodies coming south.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If the undead army takes over all of the north, then their army just got twice as big, and they're coming back at you with even more. So if they lose, it's not good for you either way.
Yeah. So Jamie was saying like, hey, we gave our word, we got to go north and help the fight, and she's like, no, we're not doing that. And he was like, well, I gave my word, so it's like I'm gonna go. And then he got threatened to be killed. Just like she threatened Tyrion.
Well, honestly, she didn't really threaten Tyrion. Tyrion came at her and was like, if you're going to do it, do it. Yeah. And she didn't do it. And both of her brothers came at her with that same thing at her this episode. Yeah. Both of them
I think
said,
kill me they definitely wanted to do that to pretty much put like her, like, that's it.
This
is
just where she's at in life.
Yeah.
She's going to kill her own two brothers. The one man that she supposedly loves and is the father of all three of her already dead children and her unborn child, which I really hoped was a lie, but apparently it's not.
Yeah, no, she's pregnant. I'm surprised it's like you have so many like kids like that. You think they wouldn't come out right? I guess. Well, what's the face didn't come out right? Joffrey didn't come out right.
Oh my God,
He's
Joffrey
crazy.
was so not right.
So
there's something very not right about him.
Yeah.
But overall, I think in the beginning, I think I complained about how there wasn't a lot going on, but I think we covered a lot, so maybe I take that back.
Yeah, it started off slow, like but it was good slow because it bringing all these characters together, and then
a lot of reunions that we were waiting for,
and then it picked up really fast, and then they really, it seemed like they kind of rushed that the whole not rushed, but it just like it came quick, the whole Rhaegar and Lyanna,
Oh, absolutely.
It was like it just boom, boom, and that was it, and it was gone.
Well, because at this point, I think they're honing in. They got to get it all in, and it's just like even if this isn't the most fleshed out way to do it, we got to get it in there. Yeah,
but I guess they're gonna be all next season. That's probably all they're gonna be talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it has to, because I wish they would have showed. At least there was one more episode of him getting to Winterfell. At least
Yeah.
At least we would like to see that, and then maybe end the season off where Bran is about to tell him, I got something to tell you.
Yes.
And that's where it ends.
We're getting there. We're getting there, and I can't wait to binge watch all 7 seasons before season 8 comes back on, because I need to do that with my life.
And it's so much better watching it for the second time, because now more backstory.
Yes, I want to pick up on all these little hints and clues that show what was going on.
Even from the first season, when Ned Stark is talking to Jon and is like, I have to tell you something and all that stuff. Like
we'll talk about your mother.
Yeah, all that. So it's so that's called good writing. That's what that's called. So I guess that's it. So overall, very good episode, very good end of the season. I mean, there's not more you can say. That episode before is that second to last episode where they give you all the, the big fightings and stuff, and this will give you all the good story
and the setup for next season.
Very setup. Yeah, nice setup.
The war is coming. The undead have breached the wall. And next season, shit's gonna get real. Yeah, and then hopefully, so what? Next season is how many episodes? I think it's 6. 6, yeah. I think it's 6, but they're all supposed to be 90 minutes. That could be a rumor. I don't know if that's true, but I definitely heard they're all supposed to be extended episodes. I mean, 6 episodes. It's gonna be hard. If it was an hour, it would be hard to wrap out everything up. Absolutely. In 6 episodes. So hopefully, it's an hour and a half. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Well, thanks for catching up with us, guys. We'll catch you next season on this show. Yeah. We'll be doing this for Walking Dead. You're done? Mm-hmm. All right. So, yeah, we'll be doing this for Walking Dead. I don't think anything else will be out. You're not watching Westworld, are you? No. No. All right. So, yeah, Walking Dead is the next live review we'll do. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Have a good night.